Morning, it's the day after, well, it's the morning after Croft. I got home late last night after dropping Graham off. Graham who worked with us yesterday came up to work with the 116Trophy. Me and Graham. Graham had a crash on the motorway in his car, aquaplaned it. He ended up being put to the services by the police. The motorway was shut. I went and got him. We brought him to the circuit. He didn't want to go to the hospital. We went to the medics at the circuit, bandaged him up. He'd burnt his arm, and thanks for everyone for, well, I mean, everyone was really worried. And anyway, it turned out he wasn't really badly hurt. The car's a complete mess, but he wanted to come to the circuit, so he carried on. You'll see him in the video. But it just literally rained and rained and rained, and it just never stopped. Everywhere was flooded. It was really, really dangerous. Just driving on the road, getting there was dangerous, as I just explained with Graham. So the video was it was a total washout. The race was, you'd think it would be a washout. People turned round on the way, pulling trailers, just turned round, didn't bring the cars. But the people who did turn up, we had 14 cars, which for the 116Trophy, I'd have to go back to the very, very first, the inaugural year of the 116Trophy. I think that's the sort of number we got at the end of that. And it's not the end of the world, and it doesn't mean the slightest thing to us, to be fair. The people who turned up. The people who didn't, I fully understand that. I mean, if I could have turned back on the way there myself, I would have done. And if I was pulling a trailer with a car on it, if I would have been racing, I mean, my common sense sort of alarm would have been going off like crazy. Just turn round. So people, if we got 14 there, it made it. And then even at that point, are they going to race or they're not going to race? Anyway, we raced. So we went out in quali. It didn't seem too bad in quali. There's huge puddles everywhere. But when the race came, just after dinner, it was our turn to race. It just started. It never actually stopped raining, but then it just seemed to increase a bit more and a bit more. The trophy cars are not the worst car in the wet. In fairness, they're probably one of the best race cars you can drive in the wet. And because it's an endurance car, and the guys have got hours and hours and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles under the belt, they can drive. So the race started. It was going to be a good head-to-head between last year's champion, Matt Aycock, and this year's preliminary champion. So the guy who's leading the points table at this stage in the season, which, you know, before yesterday, so yesterday morning, there was two races left. Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused. This last year's sprint champion, Matt Aycock, and this year's preliminary sprint champion, Peter Keane, which they were both racing in a trophy race, but it doesn't matter to us. As a club, we want to see those two go head to head, and they wanted to go head to head. So it's not just us being a bit crazy, but that was on the cards. So Peter Keane had left his car at home, his championship leading car, and he used one of Matt Aycock's cars that he looks after for somebody else who wasn't going to make it. So he was racing in the Matt Aycock camp, but it was against Matt. But if you know anything about the 116Trophy, people are really friendly. So even though they race hard on the track, they are good friends. Pretty much everyone's friends. Well, everyone's friends, put it that way. So we were looking forward to that. Quali went, and it was the Matt and Keeney show, followed by James Waring and Foxy. Then you've got Anthony Seddon, Alan Caulfield, and George Ealer, and then Millwood, and there's some real quality there. But we were first and second. Pole and second was Keeney and Aycock. We kind of knew that was going to happen because they had a bit this little grudge going on. So come the race, off they pop. It's now really, really wet. Some of the video I'm gonna put on after this, I'm just giving you this base story so that when you watch the video, you think there's not massive holes in it, because there is big holes in the video. But I will put the video on because I think it'll make sense to you after I've explained it. After I've bored you to death. So off the pop, Keeney gets pole, gets the first corner, and then within about 4 laps, I think Matt had got in front. But the conditions were crazy by this time. Huge puddles everywhere on the circuit, massive sprays of water. The Keeney car starts having a bit of an issue, and you can see it on the back straight. People are overtaking him. Matt's out in front at this point, being chased by Anthony Said, and I think it was Alan Caulfield at the time, and the rest of the pack. We're thinking at any minute this race is going to get called off, because it is very, very dangerous. Sorry, very, very dangerous conditions, but the guys were managing it. So they let the race go. We watched it hour and a half, so it's around about 100 miles in what was, if you went out yesterday on the motorway, 70 miles an hour, if you was dared to do 70 miles an hour. Obviously Graham didn't, he regrets it now. No, but if you dared to, the spray is just crazy, and the average speed around Croft is roughly 70 miles an hour, give or take. But you get the idea, the spray, and there's cars in front, you can't see anything. But they managed to do the 100 miles and they came in. So it was Matt Aycock, he came first. Just pure class. I mean, he's not raced in the trophy this year. He's been racing in the sprints, in the coupes. So we've missed him this year, and he's missed the trophy, you can tell. He actually got his old championship winning car out from last year. And you could see that he'd missed it, and he you know, fundamentally, we're there to enjoy ourselves, and he's no different. And the Matt Aycock were there to enjoy themselves. Anyway, he came first. Foxy came second. Now this guy, his name's bouncing around the paddock quite a lot at the moment, because it's becoming the end of the season, and we're looking for candidates for Driver of the Year, Team of the Year, and the 116 Trophy. Oh, obviously, we have the Sprint Championship, but that's a point system. We don't have any control over that. But the other awards that we do have control over, we ask around them. Foxy's name keeps coming up, and he's special. If he's with us again next year, we're going to see the best out of him next year. You can just tell he's just coming into his own now. He's a brilliant guy, great for the series, good ambassador for the series. And then George Ealer got third. Same with George, he's just coming into his form. He's on the podium. Silverstone he won in the he did actually. He won in the coupes. He came second or third in the trophy. He might come second in the trophy at Silverstone. He's another one. He's just raised his game and come in. And then we have Driver of the Day. You'll see in the video Driver of the Day, Simon Murray. Now Simon races with Paul Brooks. There's 3 of them in the team, and I used to race with Paul back in the day in the E30s. So we've been friends. They're from Stoke, they're from the Potteries. Been friends for years. He's had a few health problems and stuff like that, but they were all coming up, and three-man team bottled it. Simon came on his own. He was a bit miffed that he'd come on his own. He said, well, I've got the car on the trailer, so I just thought, I'm just going to come, Mark, I'm going to come. In quali, he plagued with a little bit of electrical issue with it looked like the throttle body a bit dirty, or wiring around the throttle body, a bit water in it, something which, you know, with the conditions yesterday, you can see why. Ender had a good going over that. Ender Ward, you see him in my videos. He's our ECU electronics guy, absolute on the money, straight to the throttle body, cleaned it out, fixed the car for him. But you could tell with Simon, even in quali, even with the slight misfire and this going into limp mode, he just seemed relaxed. Now, we didn't know at the time why he was very, very calm and a little bit quiet and a little bit sort of not in the zone, but we thought he was in the zone. His mind was just somewhere else, and you'll see in the video why. So we watched him anyway in the race. He just got his head down and kept watching him. He's doing really, really well. Had a word with Graham. You'll see that in the video. Graham's like, Simon Murray, Driver of the Day, 100%. There's no question. Best we've seen him. Not put a foot wrong. So in the video, he comes in the pit lane. Anyway, we decided driver of the day. I'd already asked a couple of others. They were driver of the day, Simon Murray. Asked Graham. He nailed it down for me. We catch him in the pit lane. You see it in the video, and then he explains to us, oh, you know, great drive, Simon, driver of the day. And he's, oh, that's great. I've done it for my dad, who's had a heart attack, and we know that his dad's very poorly. Is it palliative care that he's in now, which is, you know, it's the late stages of your life, which is, I mean, most people don't really talk about things like this, but me personally, I feel you must talk about things like, because it eats you alive inside. So he told us, and he said, that's for my dad. Well, I'm an emotional guy, and when I see my drivers emotional, I get emotional. I get emotional now talking about it. It's just the way I am. I'm not special, but it just gets me. And when I see grown men upset, emotional, it just cuts right through. So we give him driver of the day, and then he told us that, and then that was it. Then I mean, sometimes things just fit into place in motorsport or in any sport, and that was just right. So he did that for his dad. We give the trophies out, which we didn't get on film. We tried filming it, the camera was wet. I mustn't have pressed record, so it'll go. What I'll do is I'll put some still photographs there. We give the trophies out, we give the champagne out, everyone's wet through. We give Simon his, big cuddles, he's up in tears, everyone else is in tears. So we ended the Croft meeting, which was the penultimate meeting of the trophy, in tears, and it was a grim day and we were in tears, so it sounds like a complete disaster, but it's not. It's what bonds a club together, is those moments and the hard times. The easy times with the blistering sun, you know, around Brands Hatch early in the season. Excuse me, great, but, you know, late on in the season, we're at Croft, it's, you know, 6 inches of standing water, it's still raining. Most cars have turned round on the way there. Simon's having problems with his dad, gets driver of the day. And I think, if I'm going to wrap up now, if I had to wrap it all up in a big present and put a bow on it, I'd just simply write the 116 Trophy. That's us, you know, that is us all over. So thanks for watching. I'm going to put some bits and bats on from yesterday. If you're interested in motorsport, definitely give the 116 Trophy a shout. If you go on the WhatsApp or numbers or something like that, you'll pretty much get in touch with me or any of the drivers that you see. You know, there's hundreds of cars. Well, I think there's about 150 cars around the country. If you see anybody or you know anyone's doing it, and you're in a bit of a bad place, and you need friendship and you need a family as much as you need to race, just come. We don't need you to get in the car. You can come and join us. But I think that's it. I know it's a bit of a drawn-out sort of intro to a very short video, but we're here for people, and I know what men are like, and I know they don't open up enough. So sometimes when you're in a paddock and it's a high tense situation, you can open up, and people are there for you. So 116 Trophy, give them a shout. It's a great team, run by 750. I work on it. Graham works on it, Ender works on it, people you're going to be familiar with. Enjoy the video.
Just for a reminder, George, Sheila and James Waring, all with extra time stop. So this is James Waring. This will be the first James Waring mandatory stop. This one will potentially be the extra. Consider as well, of course, is that the pit lane shuts at the same
This is fucking
We came to Croft. It rained. We still raced. The winner, Matt Aycock, which is some drive. He's going to be coming in now. We'll try and do a little bit of an interview with the guy. But, I mean, he's a class act. He's coming. Here he comes now.
I'll give you some shelter.
Yeah, cheers.
What they're doing is they want you to go straight back through me instead of getting out.
Just grab that for a sec.
Just
No, I'll just grab it for a minute.
For years.
Hey!
Hey up, Jay.
That was some drive, mate.
Good to be back.
Yeah?
I love this guy.
Well done, mate.
Engineering now, please.
Yeah.
Whether or not.
Well, we're not doing an interview. That was as good as we're going to get, I'm afraid. That's pretty much the day. Wet through. We'll give the trophies out. Ria, what do you think of that win?
It was great.
A good day?
I've missed that car. I love it.
Yeah. He's so good round here.
Oh, it's amazing. The weather's a shame, but it makes it interesting.
Yeah, we can't do anything. But that's motor racing in the UK. Well done to these lads. Well done. We're going to go driver of the day. We're going to give that to Murray. Who are we doing driver of the day, Greg?
I think it's got to be Mr. Murray. At
Simon
10.
Murray.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
definitely.
been with us. They've been through ups and downs. I think they'll make their season.
Yeah, I think so. I
Good.
think that's well deserved.
Good.
Simon Murray, driver of the day.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's try it, Just do that bit again. Graham, driver of the day.
Simon Murray, coming
Yeah.
10th, persevered, got the car sorted, had a good run. Definitely one for them.
And he's racing alone. He didn't have his two drivers with him. And I noticed he scrubbed their names out the window, and then he took a picture and sent it to him.
Ah, good for him. Good
So
lad.
when he gets on the phone to me, he says, "I won driver of the day. I'm a top 10." They'll be like, "No, you're not. No, you're not." Check the rain out here now. Yeah. Right, so that's Croft. We haven't done much filming. I'll put some bits of pit stops and stuff in, but other than that, you can see the state of the weather. We can't do much, but we'll give the trophies out in there in 5. But then we'll give the trophies out. We're going to go inside and give the trophies and the champagne. So here's the driver of the day now. Sorry, Simon. Top 10.
Something to say?
Driver of the day.
What?
Driver of the day.
It's going to make me cry. Because I've done that for my dad. He's just had a heart attack.
Driver of the day, mate. Well done. That was some drive, yeah? Yeah? Well done, mate. Keep it going, man. Well, there you go. That's motor racing. His dad's just had a heart attack. He's devoting that to his dad. So you can't say fairer than that. He's an excellent bloke. Graham.